Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Strv 103B. It's the Tier 10 Swedish tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Steps, and it's under the command of Jamie2006 of S3AL. Game on! Well, this is, one of the most effective tank destroyers, one of the most deadly tank destroyers, you could say, at long range. And you can see that Jamie has actually loaded nothing but premium APCR for this, because yes, he is marking and he's trying to get a good result. Okay, 105mm. First target he sees is his opposite number, but it's a Strv 103B, and yes, he didn't move out quickly enough and he took a round from another Strv, his other opposite number. Yes, there's more than one of them in the game. Yes, you'd expect that. But anyway, he's been spotted, so he's pulling away. He's gone unspotted now, and he can reposition, go somewhere where the Strv 103B won't be looking to try and nail him. Okay, what can I tell you about the wedge-shaped tank? Well, it was in 1956 that Sven Berge came up with what he called the alternative S tank, S being Swedish, and the alternative being eliminate the turret. That's how you got this tank. Now, it's actually was developed in the 1950s, was shown to JFK before he was assassinated. Of course, little point in showing it to him after he's assassinated, because he wouldn't be able to do anything about it. No, I don't mean to make light of his assassination, but it just goes to show, during those 3 years where it was active, it was actually shown to the President of the United States as an important tank. It was actually in service from 1967 to 1997, so it is out of service now, but there are many examples of it, mostly in museums, and I reckon they could probably put most of them back into service if necessary. There is one even in the British Tank Museum at Bovington, and missed the Barask, need to pull back quick. Yeah, you did get spotted. And there's also one at Aslains as well, which is actually moving. They have that one running around. Whereas the British one, I'm not so sure that's a moving one, but it certainly has got a lot of fuel tanks along the side of the vehicle. Now, the grating right at the front, as you may know, if you don't, it's actually there to stop heat rounds from reaching the vehicle, mainly down to the fact that the armour is very, very thin. It's actually only 40mm at the front, 30 at the sides, 30 at the rear, and it's powered by a turbine engine. It's not the first tank to have a turbine, but it was the first mass-produced tank, I reckon, that actually did make use of turbines and combination engines as well, because it actually had turbines. Oh, we're going to block the T92. Yeah, traffic jam. Get out of the way. Well, we managed to get a shell in, but we actually did get hit by the M48. That's the Rampanzer, which is basically, as far as I remember, a pattern tank with a huge dozer blade. And of course, in the first Gulf War, they used bulldozer blades to actually do something completely different. They actually used them to bury the enemy troops. Literally, whilst they were still alive, they'd run over their trenches and just cave the trenches in, so all of the Iraqi soldiers ended up being buried alive, which is probably not a nice thought, but it's actually a very efficient way of dealing with the enemy, because you don't actually have to kill them. The ground does that for you. Now, it has got a rather fast shell, 1500 meters per second, so it's point and shoot basically. Very accurate as well, but you have to be in siege mode in order to make use of it. You see, he's been making use of it on that Type 68 because he's got numerous holes which are all nicely clustered. What a good grouping. He could be a marksman. Oh, now that was the batch at 155.58. Managed to get a round in. Quite a good splash as well. Trying to get a shot there. That would probably bounce off that shell, so he didn't take the shot. You get 50 rounds of ammo, so there's plenty of ammo to play with. Ah, that one ricocheted as well. And the Arty hasn't tried to get us again, but he might. One more shot to kill the Type. There you go. Take that now. Yeah, got it. Okay. So Jamie's having a very good game so far because he's racked up just under 4k of actual damage, blocked 1.5k, or 1,700, and also got 1,600 assistance. And he's stopping the enemy from coming anywhere near their cap because they just literally cannot get around that corner without getting sniped. What else can I tell you? Well, it's a British gun actually, a 105mm L74. It's the rifle Bofors gun. It's actually made by Bofors, but it was the British design. As so many German tanks as well use the British design gun, but they were actually built by their local company. And in case of Germany, it was Rheinmetall would build it on the British design. And just like in America, they build the M777 using the British design gun. Yep. That famous artillery is made really accurate by the Americans because they actually beautifully manufacture those Arty in America, but it is basically, or was, a British design which the Americans make to perfection. Tried to track him there, get the shell in through the drive wheel, hold him in place, but he's done it now, and he's going to keep that guy. I do love the way those tracks unreel now. That's a really nice mechanic that they put in. Did he get it? No, he didn't get it. He's going to have to keep going on that. But he's one more shot, and in fact he was just shaking the reticule there to give it a good hit. Yes! Nice! That's his second kill of the game. Now originally, when the first version came out, the 103A actually had a Rolls-Royce engine, and I think it was a Boeing engine as well, to actually move it around. The B version, which you're looking at the moment, has a Rolls-Royce turbine and a Caterpillar engine. And the C version, which they eventually made, had a Detroit, I think it was a Detroit diesel and a Caterpillar engine. But they actually modified, I think, the previous versions that they'd actually made and put it to surface. It was actually capable of top speed 60 kilometers an hour in real, although in the game it'll only do 50. They built 290 of them in total. It's also fully amphibious, so you can actually drive it across water, but you probably have to close up on everything. It also has a crew of only 3, literally only 3, and it only really needs 3 if you think about it, because the gun's fixed, there's no loader, it's an autoloader mechanism. Basically the commander, the driver, and the radio operator. And the radio operator drives it backwards, the driver drives it forwards. Oh, he's been spotted. Oh, and it's not good. It's the UDAs. Ouch, this could hurt. Or is it the Borsig? No, it's the Borsig. Oh, ow. Well, he got hit by the UDAs, but it was the Borsig. And luckily the Borsig got taken out by our SU-130PM. Okay, we've got a Death Star behind us. I always have to check myself to see, does that say FV215B183 or does it just say FV215B? Because that's, of course, the heavy tank. And Arty's joining in as well. Oh, we found the main nest. Okay, so we found the nest. We can now expunge them. And there's the Batchat, who's going to be regretting that he didn't put more shells in when we were in that hull down position trying to save them. Oh, and it's the Strv! It's the Strv! Hello! Well, which one do we go for? Do we go for the Arty or do we go for the Strv? Well, I think we want to take out our teammate, our opposite number, but we don't get the chance to because he goes down to the Type 61. But that Death Star is coming around the corner, so we need to move. Because we don't really want to have a 183mm shell hitting us. That could be rather unfortunate. There's only 4 enemy left though. We could take out the UDAs if he was in sight, but we'll take out the Borsig instead. Let's hope that he doesn't put... Oh, he bounced. He bounced off our armor, and now he goes down. And the SU-130PM got the kill on that one too. So that's 2 he's got. Okay, who's around the corner? Well, it's Mr. Death Star. Either him or the Arty. UDAs is all the way in the opposite direction. It is slow in siege mode. Very slow, painfully slow. Arty's gone. He got taken out by the Bat Chat, by the Type 61. The Death Star just died to our Arty. So now everybody's going to focus on the Udas. Yes, Jamie does do the in and outy thing. I think it's because it's he's so hyped up. I mean, literally, he is really. I mean, that's why a lot of us play the game. Is because it makes us more alive and alert than anything else. I mean, trust me, I've skydived for a living. Well, skydived for a living, not for a living, but I've skydived, and I've never felt more alert, more alive than when I'm plummeting through the air at high speed. And there's the Udas. He's a one-shot. I'm not sure. No, the kill went to the Type 61 in the end, so the game's over, and it's a victory. Here's the end of battle results. So that was an ace tanker game for Jamie2006 of S3AL in the Strv 103B. He managed to get a shell proof for blocking more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points to his own vehicle, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he got 9. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and on top of that, he got the tank sniper for getting the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more. At least 8 shots, 85% accuracy. His win rate from the game, 6,362, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the high damage on this one was 6,405 hit points of damage. The closest to him was his opposite number. The other Strv 103B on the enemy team, he got 3,107. And the third highest damage in the game actually went to our Type 61, who got a Leather Slaves medal and 2,969 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, the Type 61 managed to outpace Jamie. He got 5 kills in the game. Very lucky, actually. He picked some of the duds up at the end. Well, I say duds, but he picked up some of the weak ones at the end of the game. 2 kills went to Jamie. Well, actually, 3 kills went to the Death Star on the enemy team. He's in second place. And in third place, we've got Jamie, the SU-130PM, who actually managed to get a couple of the kills that Jamie would have liked, actually, I think. And the Progetto 65. And on the enemy team, there's Strv 103B and their Borsig got 2 kills as well. When it came to base XP, he's got tops on that one. So he's got the tops on 2 of the columns, just missed out on the third one. 1,167 went to Jamie2006, 1,062 went to the Type 61, and the third highest, well, that went to the SU-130PM, who was kill stealing. I would say he's kill stealing. Yes, 953 base experience points to him. But remember, he's tier 8, and these were tier 10 targets that he was taking out of tier 10 and tier 9. Jamie fired 24 rounds, got 21 direct hits on the enemy and 18 penetrations. 6,405 hit points of damage, of which 3,350 were at more than 300 meters. 9 hits received, only 2 of which actually penetrated. 6 non-penetrations, 1 hit by way of splash. That was the enemy Arty, the Batchat 155-58, who did manage to land around nearby, but I think it was just the other side of the rock, so he couldn't get an exact direct hit, but he splashed him. 2,460 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 2 killed, 1,812 hit points of damage assistance. He earned, suffered a loss actually, 48,393 credits lost, but he did get 7 bonds out of it and 2,625 experience points. So that was a really good game actually. In fact, you know, the fact that he was up on the heights there, he basically was stopping the enemy getting anywhere near the cap, because they poked their head out, they got it blown off because he was accurately sniping them. And he did take down one of the enemy tanks that was trying to do that, which of course, or did he actually? Did he get that one? No, actually, I think that went to somebody else. He was sniping at one of the enemy tanks that was taken out by somebody else. I'm trying to remember which one it was now. I'm looking at that list and I can't see the enemy tank. I know he sniped at the Rampanzer. And I was trying to think the other one that he kept hitting. It may have been the Centurion actually that he was hitting and kept putting holes into. But anyway, he definitely, it's not, I can't scroll the page to find it, but he definitely did get hits. Oh, it may have been the Type 68. Yes. Could have been the Type 68 that he took out that way. But yes, none of them could get near the cat because he was just holding the ground, like in the what's the, trying to remember, because it's the poem by that's actually quoted in one of the films, Oblivion, and the defense of the bridge. I think thinking of Heracles, but it'll come back to me later on. But Heracles at the bridge. Yes, but anyway, that aside, he did hold the breach. He made sure that they couldn't come through, and as a result, his team were able to come back and deal with the problem by coming up and supporting him. So, really good game. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, do remember that we're trying to support Edwin E20 of Awesome Epic Guys because we don't want him to lose his home. We want him to keep producing videos. There's some of the great videos that he and Swatch do on their channel. And if you can spare just a couple of quid, we've left a link in the description down below the video. So if you look into the description of this video, you will find the link to GoFundMe, and you can send any tiny amount, which is welcome. So thanks very much for watching.